Hello and welcome to yet another league game between Imphenzia in blue and IronFox in red. I don't know who picked this seed. It doesn't say in the Discord, but hopefully one of them will update it. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Imphenzia who picked this seed. First off, just because he's in blue, so he's been the host most likely. And second of all, it's just a really Imphenzia kind of map, I think. But fun to see how they value different part of the map. Imphenzia got a trade route up here, which is fairly secure. But so does IronFox. He actually has, wow, there's a lot of trade routes down there. If you can get those running. But how is the gas situation? 2 there, which is, they're okay. Oh, there's actually also one there. So they're definitely within range of protection without you having to protect all across the map. Imphenzia has 3 back refineries he could put down, which is more or less completely secure, but it will cost some money to get them up and running. Like you would need a shipyard, which is basically, of course it's not a waste because you get the gas running, but it's like you can't use the shipyard for anything else. You would have to delete it afterwards. So Imphenzia, not surprisingly, goes double airport. Yeah, and excuse me, I'm still sick, so I might sound a bit annoying. But now is the time I have to actually cast some of these games, so I just couldn't help myself. So as a short status on the players, so also a small warning, not a warning, spoiler alert. I still haven't caught up with all the replays, so this is from memory and from Discord. Because I can't look at the table without spoiling the games for myself, and I don't want that. But after this game, I actually caught up, and I'll take a screenshot, and I can more easily in the future games do some, like actually show you the tables before the game begin, and I will also be able to show the table at the end of this game. So we could do that and look at the table. Now back to the game, and also actually I just want to finish up on the players' performance so far. Imphenzia has won 0 games and lost 3. He did play Plan Block though twice, tough opponent, and he played me, which I hate to say it, but I'm probably also one of the at least top half players. I'm not the best at all, but I like to think I know slightly what I'm doing. So Imphenzia hasn't had the easiest of games. While IronFox, he, as far as I know, he actually only played me. And I didn't know him before this league. So I kind of underestimated him. Luckily for me, he wanted to play a casual game first. And I immediately knew, okay, this guy actually knows what he's doing. Because he played really well. And my predictions, I think I put him last as a, like he would end number 20 in the league. And after my game with him, I just had to update my predictions because he's definitely not gonna finish last in the league. This can end really badly for IronFox, because he has no anti-air at all. But it's quite interesting that the landmasses are connected. And this almost forces Imphenzia to show his air. I don't think... No, he cannot see it. It's gonna be very, very tough for IronFox to do anything, because Imphenzia will most likely take out this gas, and he can just keep stunning IronFox and completely paralyzing all naval movement. And he has no factory. He cannot build any SAMs. Oh, sorry, he has a factory. The question is, will he spot these airfields? Not quite. And I would have built anti-air against Imphenzia, but that also comes from experience. I played Imphenzia many times, I watched many of his games. I know he likes to go double airport striker. And he did as well in my game against him. And that's not even like about having experience with the game itself. That's about having so much experience that you know how the various players like to play. And IronFox is going to for the straight route. Let's see if we can see the range of these. So they cannot target this, but they can target almost everything that IronFox has. But they will be able to hit it with just an attack command down here. They will start to roam just about here. Let's look at the eco. 540 for Imphenzia and 660 for IronFox. So definitely far ahead, but it's gonna hurt IronFox so much when all these planes suddenly show up. It's gonna be tough. I will also say though that no matter who you play, like having no anti-air at all when you start this close to each other is pretty risky. But Imphenzia will have to really make good use of those strikers, because I think it's just falling further and further behind on eco. Still no SAMs, no missile ships. Maybe a tad too many transport boats? I don't know. And Imphenzia put down his own shipyard, probably to move across here, which is definitely wise. IronFox is on the way as well, and he can get that small local trade route, while Imphenzia would have to get this and this. So just a bit harder to set up and actually control. And it is transport boats out of this shipyard. And here comes the air. So let's see. It's gonna hurt. And he immediately switches to SAMs, so that's good. I would also cancel these two cruisers and go to missile ships right away, even though it hurts a bit. wonder how well Imphenzia's... Ah, he has plenty of energy because he built this depot, and he is building this shipyard to get the gas in his backyard, which is not a yard but a ocean or sea, whatever you like to call it. So let's see if Imphenzia goes for these factories now, or what his plan is. He has switched to missile ships, it seems. I think this is also a missile ship, but he's really in a race against time. The tough thing about having like this start is as soon as your opponent has massed up enough anti-air, it can be tough to get any value out of these. And it does target the factory. And IronFox needs more factories probably. Yeah, that hurt. Puts one down in the forest. I understand why, but I would probably have put it down over here or here, because it will get scouted by the strikers when he has so many. Probably hold the missile ship back and hold it here, but let's see. It's really gonna be interesting, because if IronFox can fight this off, he's not in a bad position. 850 against 650, so it's quite a bit in front eco-wise, and he's on the way to get even more. So he just needs to hold off this, and this is very good for IronFox, that he will save some time on Imphenzia attacking this little army. It's very, very good for IronFox. He needs every minute or second almost to get that anti-air up and running. Imphenzia is starting to build navy, which is quite dangerous for IronFox. He did put down another shipyard. That's very good. Very good intuition. Let's see if he... No, he doesn't spot any of those just yet. And Imphenzia moved his units across to here, which is a very good thing to do instead of doing it up here and slowly moving like this. This way he can cut off IronFox much earlier, and he can control more of the island, rather than having to move across all the way here. It's easier to just get control of this, maybe build a proxy base, and then start backcapping. And now IronFox really need to be aware of his units, his navy units, because they will be very vulnerable to these strikers. If he can get enough navy up and running, he has a very nice advantage of that Imphenzia has his air so close to the water. He can basically just park 10 missile ships here, and those airports are completely paralyzed. And Imphenzia is building a airstrip to move his air units over here, so they better can assist this army. Probably a good idea. IronFox building a barracks here. Also a very good move, because this island is gonna be very important. Having control of this will have significant impact on the game, I think. Especially for IronFox, who can get not only one but actually 2 trade routes out of it. Bit of a shame he built the port on this one. I would always prioritize this one. This is tough for IronFox because it's tough to defend with anti-air all across the map. I was just about to say maybe an airfield with interceptors could be a good idea. And he already put down 2 airfields. I don't know if they will be interceptors though. We'll have to see. And Imphenzia is just spreading out his units on this island. So basically, they both have 1 barracks. I was about to say, but just as I say it, Imphenzia puts down another. So in theory, Imphenzia has 2 barracks now on this island, and he will be able to push off IronFox if he doesn't invest more in the island soon. This is also looking a bit terrifying for IronFox. So Imphenzia at 900, IronFox at 1150, so he really has the eco. Puts down an airstrip. Which I think, yeah, makes sense. So you can reach up here. I might have focused on a factory instead. So you can get the same count. I don't know. It's just, he also needs some land units. And while interceptors are good, going very heavy interceptor is usually not the best, I feel, because it's so easy to defend against with SAMs. So at least on front lines it's often tough to use the interceptors, but of course you will be able to defend all of this area with interceptors and any navy battle. So Imphenzia is really using his army well. He's reducing a lot of units, and he's getting a lot of value out of his units. So even though IronFox is ahead on eco, it's gonna be tough for him. He's moving the missile ships across to intercept these strikers, which is a very good idea. I think all of these strikers will go down now. Just he has to move them slightly more. And on a haste command. And here comes a bunch of cruisers. That is really, really dangerous. They can get rid of this shipyard, and they can get rid of both of these airports. If they spot it. This is not looking good for IronFox. So Imphenzia is currently outplaying IronFox with his army, or with his army units, while being behind on eco. And this airport will go down as well. Can you see both? No. It's really tough for IronFox. And all of his eco is so vulnerable if he doesn't have navy control. All of his eco is based on these buildings. If they go down, I think almost Imphenzia will be on top eco-wise. And he did catch up quite a bit, and he's building his own trade route. Imphenzia is going straight at it. Luckily for IronFox, she doesn't have any anti-air. But he will not be able to kill these before they kill at least 1 or 2 cities. I think. And Imphenzia spots the trade route. Yeah, that one is going down. So IronFox has dug in over here. Should maybe close it off completely. And it does invest quite a bit in this island, but so does Imphenzia. I think this attack will basically put Imphenzia in front on eco as well. Especially when he get this trade route up and running. So almost 1300 for Imphenzia, 1300 for IronFox right now. IronFox decides to push here, which might not be a bad idea. Because Imphenzia doesn't have that much, and he has the air coverage from these missile ships. I just think he needs to move the SAMs along. Down goes that huge city, so IronFox has been set down to 1100. Imphenzia and 1400. So really switched around everything regarding eco. He put down another airfield, but this will go down as well. And it almost hurts to watch. Not that I'm rooting for IronFox or anything, it's just seeing that much eco just going down. And you have nothing you can do about it. It hurts because I've been there. Watching some opponent just taking all your cities one by one, or trade routes or whatever towns. There's almost nothing worse than that. So what did... Just trying to see what Imphenzia just built. Feel like he just spent a lot of money. This will hurt though. I think he will regret that. And this is what I mean, like these planes are more or less useless now. Of course not quite, they can still help out. Especially with Navy. But it's hard to get value out of them now. He can build more airstrips, or he can use the new unit. It's not that new anymore, but there's just not that many players using it. Which is the hangar ship. He could use that to move the strikers around, even down here. That's a big navy from Imphenzia, but IronFox should have spotted it. And Imphenzia is trying to do a landing. I think Imphenzia is really getting far ahead with eco. He is 400 in the lead, which is quite a bit. But IronFox still has a lot of potential income. He just need control of these waters. That's basically all you need. You need to dig in here, hold this off, get control of the waters, and get this trade route, this trade route, and this trade route. And all of a sudden, he will have a huge eco boost. I know it's quite a bit into the future, especially with his income right now. But I don't see any other way. But actually, Imphenzia is quite vulnerable here, but that's something you often forget when you're under a lot of pressure. And maybe especially when you, of course it's a bit risky, but I think at least it's important to often consider that your opponent, when they're feeling on top, can leave their main base or big eco stuff completely vulnerable. Like, imagine a landing here, taking these missile ships up here and do a landing. These will go down and you can target the city right after. I think he needs to dig in here. Maybe even here. It's fine because he still has the trade. He's back on 1140, but Imphenzia is on 600. 1600, not 600. He's slowly regaining navy control. I just don't know if he can do it fast enough. And this attack will most likely die out. I think. I do like that he goes around the entrenchments. I don't think he has enough units. Now he needs to get his navy over here. Sorry. I'm just so... Ah, my nose. I think IronFox really needs to dig in here, even though there are these cruisers. But he has the navy, navy air and navy, to get over here and get rid of those and help defend against all of this. He will only be able to use this air maybe once until Imphenzia gets all the SAMs over here. Yeah, this will definitely die out. I think it does the right thing, building up eco. Did he stop? Yeah. He actually needed to stop producing any navy units to afford the this towns down here. Maybe he should retreat here instead. Stop some, if not all, production of land units. Keep producing some navy units, and then yeah, get this trade running. But if he's getting pushed back here, I think he lost anyways. Well, I would most definitely say if IronFox loses this, he loses the game. Yeah, I think IronFox is going down, and that was all due to that attack from Imphenzia, which really just destroyed his eco. And that's the dangerous part of basing your eco on buildings. While they can give you so much income quite fast, you also lose it very, very fast. If all of this income was based on territories, it would take Imphenzia a long time to cap all those territories. But destroying 3 towns takes a minute and can completely crumble your economy. So much that you barely can afford getting it up and running again. And even if IronFox can hold on here, this still means that Imphenzia can get this trade, and he keeps IronFox from getting this. Of course, this would be quite vulnerable both to navy and air. So it's not a trade I imagine going up anytime soon. Though he has a lot of SAMs, so as soon as he also have a lot of navy, he can fairly easily protect it, I think. And I think I'm gonna speed it up a bit now, because I think we're slightly at a stalemate. I do see this rocket from Imphenzia, which could be a move that will make IronFox resign. IronFox on 1100 still, Imphenzia on 2000. And at that point there's just nothing you can do anymore. think it's okay to speed it up a bit here. Imphenzia keeps building even more eco, and he does actually also build this. But I think he can defend it. He has the SAMs and Navy on the way. But also a very tough start for IronFox with those strikers. And even though I would say it was a mistake that he didn't do any anti-air, it's rare that you do enough anti-air to defend yourself against that many strikers. But having just some would have helped him defend it faster. But then came the next issue, which was the Navy part. And here comes another landing. I don't think it will... maybe it will succeed. And here comes the rocket, which is shut down. Nice. IronFox is barely making any money. But it was very tough for him because those strikers forced him into doing missile ships only, and then Imphenzia could just do cruisers with no worries. And when you show up with cruisers against missile ships, you don't need that many cruisers. You're in a very, very good spot. There you go. Victory for Imphenzia. Well played to both players. Really fun game to watch. Very exciting. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see more games for IronFox. I think he can make some nice moves or play some nice games in this league, and maybe he's one of those players I think that can get a win here and there against some of the predicted top players. But yeah, we'll have to see. This time it didn't work out. Imphenzia did manage to win. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hoped you enjoyed the game as much as I did. And good luck in the future matches in the league to both Imphenzia and IronFox. I'm looking forward to watch them. Have a nice day. Bye.